about the pay gap? Do you think it's, well, you just said 80 cents to a dollar.
Yeah, that's according to, because again, I didn't know what the topic of this podcast was going to be until last night. So I did very minor research
Mhm.
and just on Google. So let me just state that. And according to the minor research that I did on Google, I found that it right now it stands at 80 cents to the dollar.
Mhm.
And it was in 1963 that it was Kennedy who helped pass the bill in Congress to pass the Equal Pay Act, the EPA. And
Mhm.
it wasn't until the 90s when they were trying to get the Paycheck Protection Act to pass, or the Paycheck the PFA. I can't remember. Anyway, and it wasn't until the 90s and it did not pass. So it's been how many years since the 60s? And back then it was between 53 cents to the dollar. And mind you, it wasn't, and again, this is very minor research. I'm not an economist. I only know a little bit of the little research that I did. So please don't come at me of that. Um, women finally came into the workforce very late in life compared to men. And it wasn't until after World War II or during World War II that women finally came into the workforce and started being taken seriously. And when they finally had that taste of independence, is when they wanted to be able to get um, equal chances, equal pay for the same amount of the same kind of work that they were doing when the men were out fighting. And then when the men came back and they were all disabled, they still had to be the main breadwinners for the family, for the family unit. So I just think equality and now again, so then it's been since the 60s, right? So now we're in 2022 and we're still suffering from that pay gap. And as she was mentioning, there is a difference also in pay gap in races as well. And
Okay.
that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.